YouTubers? Well, got another video review for you. This is from a company called Temu. Never heard of this company before. Maybe a month ago, seen some advertisements on TV and got to researching a little bit, looked on some YouTube videos, and people are buying a lot of fishing stuff and claim that it's cheap. So I thought, well, I'll try it out myself. This is not a paid review. I don't work for them. I'm not affiliated with them in any way. So truthfully, I don't care if you buy it or if you don't buy it. I got no skin in the game. But I wanted to, show you what I got. I paid roughly about $20 for everything in here, but there was some non-fishing related stuff in here too. That's my personal stuff. But anyways, I just wanted to open the package and show you what all I got for around 20 bucks. So anyways, whenever you order from Temu, it takes about a week to get it, maybe a week and a half, just depends. And didn't seem very scammy. Didn't get any extra charges on my card or anything like that. I didn't know what to expect because it's all made in China stuff, and you never know when you buy this stuff. And truthfully, this is the first time I'm seeing it, so hopefully it's all good quality. And I actually do quite a bit of fishing. Me and my girlfriend, we try to go fishing as much as we can, and so that's why I bought some extra stuff just to see if it'd save us some money, because we spend quite a bit of money on fishing stuff. Alright, so I got 5 of these inline fuses, and they are 12 gauge wire. They seem to be of good quality. No, this ain't fishing stuff, but hey, this might be something somebody might be interested in. The little cap seems to close good on there. So, gotta say, I'm pretty impressed with that. Now, it's not cut in the middle like normal. If you was to get these at a parts store or something, they usually cut right here, and there's 2 ends, and the wire's stripped out. But these are just one solid piece of wire. You have to cut them wherever you want them. But they appear to be good quality. We're going to start off with some of these little plastics. We do a lot of crappie and pan fishing stuff, and this one here is like 100 pack, I believe, of the Hengia brand. Never heard of that, but it says new generation lures. Let's open them up, take a look at them. Gotta say, there's a lot in there. They got the little paddle tail on them, so when you pull them through the water, that just moves side to side. We use a lot of lures like this, and actually seems like it's a good quality the way it looks. We'll see if it's durable. It actually stretches out pretty good. The tail finally broke off, but truthfully, if I kept on breaking the tails off of them, I would just use those as like a little trout magnet. Alright, so this one here is the one that I've got out of the Temu package, and I just wanted to compare it to the trout magnet, which is right here on top, the pink one, and then the crappie magnet. And if you compare them in size, they're very similar to the crappie magnet. So I figured, for a couple dollars a pack, you get 100 of them, where these are $2 a pack, and you only get, let's see, 15. So I figured that would save me quite a bit of money over the long run on buying the crappie magnet. And I ain't trying to diss crappie magnet. They make a good product, but it just gets expensive when you do as much fishing as we do, and you want to try something different every once in a while. Don't want to spend a couple bucks on 15 lures. I think these would be a good alternative. Now, they might not be as durable as the crappie magnet, but you got 100 of them. So I got another color. I got these bright yellow ones. They seem to be just a tad longer than the last ones, even though they're just a different color. I don't know. It seems like they're just a hair longer to me. But yeah, they look really good. So I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed with both of these. For the money, I don't think you can beat it. Alright, so I ordered these, and according to the picture, it looked like these were supposed to come in like a little round tin, like a little metal tin, and they didn't. But anyways, there's 100 of them in here. Of course, I ain't gonna count them, but it says that there's 100 in there, and you can see these things look really good. If you like to fish with trout magnets, these look amazing. I mean, seriously, that's the crappie magnet right there, and then that's the trout magnet. These are actually a little bit smaller than a trout magnet, and they actually look more like a earthworm than the trout magnet. You know, where that looks more like some sort of grub or something, this actually looks more of like an earthworm. And they're supposed to glow in the dark. Not sure if they will or if they won't, but they look really, really good. I'm excited to fish with these. Now, I will say they're going to be awfully thin, and you're going to need a really small hook for these, probably a 64th of an ounce jig head or something like that. I don't think you could get a hook in anything any bigger than that, just simply because it's real thin. That's a really thin worm, but I believe it'll do great. It's so small you can barely pick it up, to be honest with you. But I bet in the water that's going to really wiggle back and forth, and I bet you these will drive the fish crazy. So I'm really excited to fish with these. But like I said, these were, again, only a couple dollars for 100 of them. And they were supposed to have a metal tin. So I've got this little Altoids mint things from Buc-ee's truck stop. So I'm just going to stick these in there like that. And hopefully it'll keep them from getting mixed up with some other lures. Now, I wouldn't let any other plastic lures touch these, because I'm sure they'll probably have some sort of chemical reaction and melt into one another. So don't mix your lures up. And then I got a small package of these. I think there's like maybe 10 of these in a pack. And these are weird looking. They're kind of like a cross between a hellgrammite and a worm. I mean, you can see it's got the little arms, like the arms like a little hellgrammite there. And it's got some like little antennas right there. And then it's got like a little split tail. So I'm going to try it like this. If the fish have a hard time biting it, I might cut those two tails off or just leave one on there. I play around with that all the time. Just depends on what the fish are doing. Sometimes those little fish can't bite that whole thing, so I cut a little bit of it off. So anyways, the bass should really like this, I think. But anyways, couple bucks. I got 10 of them. So I believe there's 10 in here. Alright. And then I got this little duck lure. I figured it would be bigger than this, but it's I don't know. I've never fished with a duck lure. I just figured, hey, I've seen other people do it. I don't know if it's going to do anything or not. The way that it's supposed to work is these are supposed to be pulled through the water, and it's supposed to act kind of like a whopper plopper. And then you've got a dual hook there, kind of like a frog. You know, I'd say the hooks on these, you know, probably not the greatest quality. We'll test them and see if they're sharp. Yeah, the hooks ain't real sharp. I mean, I tested it by trying to stick it into my fingernail. That's how you can usually tell if a hook's sharp or not. It's just test it. If you can touch it up against your fingernail, if it sticks, then you know it's sharp. If it doesn't, you know, then you know that it's not very sharp. And so these don't seem like they're very sharp to me. But as far as the legs being able to spin, it should be able to spin in the water and create a stir. And then there's where your eyelet is right there. But I gotta say, the quality of it is probably okay. You know, I wish they'd have used a better hook. And, you know, this is kind of, I don't know, these kind of look off-colored to me. But I believe it'll work. We'll try it out and see. For a couple dollars, I figured I would try it. But I did expect it to be probably about twice the size of this. So, you know, it's probably about the size of my thumb, to be honest with you. So, wished it was a little bit bigger, but for a couple bucks, we'll give it a shot. I ordered this, and I kind of wanted to try a spider. And I gotta say, it looks pretty good, and it has a rattle. Yeah, it's got a rattle in the body of the spider there, so it's pretty neat. And you know, I believe once you pull that through the water, the legs are going to look like a real spider on top of the water. Now the hooks are kind of small. You can see they're not very wide and spread apart like a normal frog hook, so it is a lot smaller. The hooks are sharp, but not real sharp. You know, so yeah, it could have used a hook upgrade, but you know, if you're just catching probably 2 or 3 pounders on this thing, you should be okay. But I gotta say, the quality of it and the action of the legs, it looks pretty lifelike. Now, will it hold up to bass hitting it? I'm not sure. Really not sure. I don't know. You know, is the plastic going to be good enough to hold up? It seems pretty stretchy. So, hopefully so. But there's a bunch of different colors on this. I figured I would try it. And so I got to say, I'm impressed with the quality of it. I think it's good enough to full of fish. But I do like the rattle in there. I wish they'd have just did a little bit better on the hook. Made it a little bit better quality of a hook. Alright, so this is my final product that I got, and I just wanted to run through this. This is something I've been wanting for a while because, you know, when I go to the store, I can buy these little jig heads like this. They're pretty cheap, but then when you buy these upgraded ones from the store, from a company like Roadrunner, I think these are like $5. I mean, they're charging a premium because they have that little blade on there. And truthfully, I feel like that blade does help catch more fish. We've played around with some of the Trout magnet or the Crappie magnet brand bladed jigs like this, and they seem to do great. But you know, it really pisses me off when I lose one and they're $1 a piece. And you know, if you're like me, you tend to lose a lot of jigs, and so it does get kind of expensive at $1 a pop. So I found these on Temu, and I found 25 of these for $10. And I gotta say, very, very impressed. And you can see this is just I believe a 32nd ounce jig that I picked up at Walmart. And you've got that blade right there, and you got the swivel. And these are just very, very similar to the Roadrunner ones and the Crappie magnet ones. And so I'm very impressed with them. Now, they do have the sickle hook, so it's not just your typical hook. It kind of jots down a little bit further, and I think these are going to be awesome. Now, if you use a lot of jigs like what we do, you know, a lot of times when you go to thread your line through the jig head, it usually has paint or trash in there where you can't feed your line through there, the little loop or the eyelet. These here seem to be clean, you know, so you shouldn't have any problems. You shouldn't have to go back and clean these out. So that is a plus as well. And for 25 of them for $10, that's not a bad deal at all to have that little extra blade on there. So this is probably my favorite lure so far. And just to give you an idea of, you know, how big it is, this here is the Crappie magnet, and this will be a perfect size for these jigs. I'm gonna go ahead and hook one up for you. You can see right there, that's going to be absolutely perfect for a crappie magnet. I'm so excited. I can't wait to go fishing now. Literally, it gets me going right there. I think these are going to be an amazing bait to fish with, and on the cheap. All right, so before I forget, it says here on the box, and I remember seeing this online, they had 2 different sizes on there, but these are the 1.75 gram jigs. So gives you an idea. Like I said, this here is the crappie magnet, and this would work perfect with that. Hope this video will help somebody out, save them a little bit of money. Anyways, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and Check out my group, Fishing Kayak Mods, on Facebook. I've got over 55,000 members on there. So anyways, till next time, have a good one.